Hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here. Let me adjust the sound on the phone real quick before I go much further. All right, hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here with another episode in Gavtia's Adventures through Eorzea. We've made it through Shadowbringers' main expansion, and we are on the patch quest between Shadowbringers and Endwalker. So we are making our way through. The last live stream was a heartbreaker for me. Man, that scene is rough every single time. That it was hard. It was hard. If you thought it was hard too, comment below, because that one was rough for me. I've seen it like 3 times now, and I cry every time. All right, I was working on a video on how to set up your UI for combat to make combat easier, because I know some people there's some things in the settings that are not enabled by default that really should have been enabled by default, and there's some tricks to getting the UI set up just right for you. Mine's set up in a very specific way, and you can see it's like, why do I have certain things hanging out in the middle here? Well, it's because when I'm in combat, other things are showing also. And anyway, I was taking Gav through an alliance raid so I could show, how I process information as I go along, and I got Puppet's bunker, which I needed for the alliance raids to complete this next quest, right? So I ended up getting that done. Let's talk to Connaught. So we're going to do the alliance raid stuff first, and then we will dive back into the MSQ. That's the plan for today. All right. 2P and 2B are identical. How did they come to be on different sides? All clear for now. Anog says, I was wrong. So wrong. I made you go along with my decisions. I put everyone in danger. Connaught says, Anog. 2B says, I'm the one who let the conflict spread this far. Blaming yourselves is unnecessary. Connaught says, forgive me, but you seem so similar to 2P and we still don't really understand either of you. Are you truly our ally? 2B says, I can't be certain. All I know is that I was damaged in a battle with the machine life forms, and then I was here. Your world is very different from where I was. I don't know my coordinates, and I can't contact command. I just followed the explosions. Connaught says, let's approach this from a different angle then. What are the machine life forms and why are you fighting them? 2B says, the machine life forms are weapons created by aliens from beyond the stars. As part of YorHa, my mission is to reclaim the planet from these invaders. Alien invaders? Never mind. What about 2P? As an android, does she not belong to this YorHa as well? No. She is a copy built by the machine life forms, probably to fight YorHa specifically. Connaught says, we also retrieved another android, a boy. If he's still with you, I would like to see him. Very well. Can't make things any worse. Well, yeah, you could. Knowing you two, Connaught and Anog. A new section has been added to the portable archive. Fill it by using the device to record data at promising spots within the Puppet's bunker. Yeah, this is like about the only time we can do it. So let's go grab this stuff. On the operation of YorHa units archived. YorHa units are produced in a variety of models. Each unit is designated by an alphabetical abbreviation indicating its area of specialization, such as B for combat-optimized battle models or S for the analytical scanner models, operating as strategists. Okay. Just make sure I'm not missing any. Elevated detritus. Basically trash. On the purpose of the bunker archived. The bunker was designed as a base for exclusive use by YorHa's forces. As such, it serves as the organization's maintenance facility as well as a site for the research and development of anti-machine lifeform weaponry. Making sure there's nothing up here. Okay. Oh, there's one. YorHa Unit Report 1 archived. I encountered a strangely evolved machine lifeform in expedition territory. Not only were its constituent parts markedly distinct, it overall bore a greater resemblance to humanity than to its brethren. Oh, almost missed that one. Report 2, it is possible that the machine lifeforms can evolve in response to their circumstances. If so, we must immediately revise our combat strategy to include appropriate precautions when engaging. And we will need to probe deeper. There is still far too much about the machines that we do not know. I'll make sure nothing's hiding up here. Oh, that's sneaky to put that in there like that. Oh. Longing archive. Suffering is born of something. Sadness is born of something. Joy is born of something. Yet I, who was born to give birth, have never known suffering, nor sadness, nor joy. From what is a soul? A true soul, not a synthetic one. Really born. I don't know. Kind of an interesting thought. Sure, there's nothing hiding behind here. Good thing I looked in that bedroom. I would have completely missed that one otherwise. YorHa, for the glory of mankind. Oh, great. How do I get back up there? Oh, no. Oh, and there's one behind here, too. There's like 2 more up there. Oh, my God. Saved lifeform. Saved machine lifeform data 1 archived. Ah, I can't get back up there, I don't think. That's just evil and sneaky. There's like 3 things up there, too. Wow. I missed a whole bunch. I want to go back to the Dwargar Mountains. Hello. We're going and picking up these little data archive thingies. So I missed some when I jumped down. I like how, you know, you kind of lean over when you're looking down something, even though it's on your screen. Okay, you can't go anywhere out of there. Looks like. All right. I already looked up that way. No bedrooms up here, right? It's that one. Okay. A sneaky one over here, too. Let's see what 1, 2, and 3 say. 4. Same machine life forms. Life in the factory is boring, not just for me. I see more and more of the other machines skipping shifts. We spend the time watching the combat training, though it is not our job. Is this what humanity refers to as fun? Save machine life form data 2. Those of us who learn to have fun are trying more and more things. Some are even learning to reconstruct their own bodies. Strange. Recently, I have been enjoying fishing discarded data from computers. Data 3. I found an interesting file when I was fishing for data the other day. It described, quote, the reproductive act, unquote. Our bodies do not require these functions. What does humanity gain from them? Data 4. Maybe the act of giving birth is in some way special. Maybe it is not the same as when we build more of ourselves. Do we have the capability to, quote, give birth, unquote, to anything? If we did, would it change something for us? Interesting kind of metaphysical question there. Okay, we got everything from here. Yep. Make sure there's nothing hiding around here. White garbed YorHa unit data log. The self-consciousness data for YorHa unit 210 was discovered on a bunker server. The operator presumably uploaded it as an emergency backup due to imminent danger. With this data, it may be possible to simulate 210's consciousness to take control of defense systems and peripherals. This file will be shared with all currently deployed units. See any others here? I'm assuming we can't go past these blue walls here. God, I saw a little box over there. Saved message history archived. Regarding the laundering of standard issue attire, all clothing issued by YorHa must be turned in for washing on the appropriate day as detailed below. Late laundry will not be accepted. Combat attire upon return from deployment accepted through the following morning. Civilian attire every Sunday. Leaving one's clothes on the floor will result in a reprimand. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to pick up after you. Is that it? I guess. Okay. If there's more to find, we'll find it another time. Right, let's exit to Kalusia. Speak with Kanog. I am sharing link. Okay, back to the shenanigans. Accessing data for YorHa Type B unit. Overwrite previous owner ID? I don't know. 2B says, Anog says, to think he was on our side after all. Anog says, we hit him where 2P wouldn't know to look. Follow me. Somehow I doubt that, though. He's been out of operation since we brought him here. Oh, 9S. My duty is to annihilate the machine lifeforms. For that, I require the assistance of 9S. We must revive him. Kanog says, fortunately, we have some experience with this sort of thing. What do you say, Anog? Kanog says, I'm certain everyone could use a rest before we proceed. A lot has happened, and we should take time to think things through. Okay, everything you know is wrong. I didn't know. I didn't think. Kanog would attend to simpler matters before embarking on any further missions relating to unfathomable technology and the applications thereof. Okay. Come to think of it, none of us ever did get the chance to enjoy the carnival. It's possible everyone is still carrying on with it. I've never known a few explosions to dampen their spirits before. Still, I might go and check on them. Coming, Anog? She looks very depressed. Fine. What's all that noise? I suppose there's only one way to find out. It's loud. You think? What a mess. Punishment, punishment. Dismayed dwarf. Why me? I'm not getting out of this. Them things came from right here. Saw it with my own 2 eyes, and that's what? That's that. I swear it on my granddad's grave. Doomsaying dwarf didn't like that. Did not like that at all. No, sir. Decisive dwarf. The village is in shambles. My house may as well be a pile of kindling. Dour dwarf. I always knew these brats were up to something. Dig site chief. This is what I was afraid of. Don't ask me, I don't know. Not getting out of this. What are we supposed to do now? Glag says. Will you all shut... Oh, beg your pardon. Bit preoccupied with my duties at the moment. Please, we didn't mean for any of this to happen. Angrog says, please, calm down. It's a complicated situation, and even we are not fully... Demanding dwarf says, we ain't here for your excuses. Just admit it. This is all your fault. You let those things in through the tunnels. They knew you, and look what they did to the place. We don't care about the whys and wherefores. We want to know how you plan to make amends. Konrad says, we'll do everything we can, I swear, but... I don't think this is going anywhere good. The village is still in danger. No one wants to hear from me, though. Please, can you speak to Elder Glag and make him understand? We never meant for any of this to happen. Does Anna have anything new? Please. And who might you be? Haven't seen your face around here before, or have I? I misplaced my spectacles some time ago. No matter, I'm here to investigate, not conversate. As the eldest elder, it falls to me to determine the truth of the rumors surrounding this disaster. Problem being, of course, that everyone here is stubborn as a diamond ingot. They all insist they know what's true, even though you can be sure half of them are up to their eyeballs in ale at any given time. I need a second opinion, a sober opinion. Here, let me smell your breath. You'll do. Speak with the villagers and think well on who has the right of it. Then I'll hear what you have to say. Lally, I knew we'd end up here someday, ho. It's hard to know where to place the blame. I understand why you followed along with Anok's plan, but if you all had been just a little more careful... You're the collaborator. Well, don't think you can come crying to me now that it's all gone wrong. It's plain as day that Anok's the type to charge ahead without a care for who she might be getting mixed up in her troubles, and her brother ain't much better. Decisive dwarf, Anog could have saved us from those things, I just know it. There ain't no way a clever girl like her wouldn't have found a way to fight him, if only that brother of hers weren't always holding her back. Wait, you're that outsider, ain't you? Don't worry, I don't blame you. I can see you're the sort that knows how to take control of a situation. I'm sure you supported Anog as best you could. You want to know what I think? We're doomed. Doomed. I didn't do it. Oh, Anog and Konog, you say? Yes, they did do it. It was them. And you, I heard you followed Anog into the machine graveyard. Heard it with my own 2 ears, I did. Everyone knows it too, so you'd better be prepared to pay. This'll be Anog's fault, you hear? That girl never had an ounce of prudence. If only she were more like a brother. She ought to have left that machine graveyard well enough alone. She insisted on barging in anyway, heedless of all danger. That's what happened, mark my words, and Anog had better answer for it. So the fools still can't agree on which way is up. Wish I was surprised. Let's try putting it to a vote, huh? Maybe the ones pretending to know more about the matter than they really do will think twice about making arses of themselves so publicly. Can't none of you stitch your beards for half a moment? I'm asking you to raise your hands in an orderly fashion. This is hopeless. We're not getting anywhere useful from them. Not ruling out that one of these idiots accidentally has the right of it, but in your sober judgment, who's to blame? If you still ain't sure, you can try talking to everyone again, though I can't say I recommend it. Just make sure you don't take any detours past the ale casks until this is settled. Still passably sober, I see. Have you come to a conclusion? It's Anog's fault. It's Konog's fault. Both Anog and Konog are to blame. It's complicated. You're all doomed. Doomed! I haven't decided yet. It's complicated. Interesting. I'll take that under advisement. Everyone, I stand before you to present my findings regarding culpability in the destruction that has befallen our village. Please wait. It's my... says Anog. As I said, blaming yourselves is pointless. This is my doing. Undiscerning dwarf says, it's one of them! Run! Run for your lives! Are you defending us? There's no benefit to petty arguments. Wait, says Conrad. She says that, but I think it was kind of her to intervene. Dig Site Chief says, I'll try speaking to the others, see if I can't get them to understand that there's more going on here than it appears. I'm sure she went to check on her friend, that other Android 9S. I'm going to go and talk to her. You have anything new to say? Alright, back to Anog's lair. Pointless to fight your own. I appreciate your stepping in, but I don't want everyone to see you as the enemy. If we go and talk to them now, we can explain. That's not necessary. I'm leaving anyway. This is not over for us or the machines. What are you thinking, Tubi? I'm worried for Anog as well. She hasn't been herself since, well... If she's not here, she's probably drowning herself in work. Come on, we should check on her. I don't see Anog around anywhere. She's not here. What is she doing? This isn't the time to be outside alone. We need to find her. I'll look around the village, but can you search the outskirts? Oh, Anog. Ah, there we go. You see no sign of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield. You see no signs of your despondent dwarven friend. Perhaps she wandered further afield yet. Okay. And hello, everyone's joined. Though you have searched all of the likely places, Anog is not to be found. Perhaps Konog has some additional ideas. Well, let's go find Konog. Oh, there he is. Anog isn't with you? Nope. What do I do? This is all because of us, and I don't know how to find her. Oh, they're persona non grata. I'm not used to being alone. Anog is still looking considerably worse for his sister's absence. Here to see me? I appreciate it, but I'm afraid I don't have much to tell you. There's still no sign of Anog, and the villagers are, well, you know how they are. Can't blame them, really. 2P used us. She said as much. But we were the ones who allowed ourselves to be manipulated. I keep thinking about what we might have done differently. You can say it serves no one to dwell on what could have been, or you can't change what you've done, but you can change what you do now. Sounds more Gav anyway. You're right. I have to fix this somehow, or at least try. Decisive Dwarf says, "What are you lazing about here for, Kanog? Where's Anog?" She's still up to no good, I bet, and run off before we can make her own up to it. Don't be ridiculous. Anog, she's... Hostile husband says, "She's what?" Go on, explain to us where exactly Anog is. Hostile husband says, "Because I'll tell you where my wife is. She's at death's door because of the injury she suffered in the attack." Even if she wakes, she may never make a full recovery. So if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of this village before I do something we'll both regret. Sob. Kanog seems in dire need of comfort. Sometimes consequences are tough to deal with. Sorry, I really shouldn't be wallowing. I wish I could do something to help, for that man and his wife especially, but I don't know either of them well, and I doubt anyone is willing to talk to me now. You say, "I'll ask around for you. I'll see what I can do, but you owe me double if anyone punches me in the face." Gav's gonna do that one. Really? Thank you. With a bit of luck, they'll open up to you. If there's anything I can do to make things better, anything at all. In the meantime, I'll find another way to make myself useful. It's not as if there's a shortage of rubble that needs clearing around here. sure I can be of some use somehow. Okay, let's go, see how we can be useful. Look who it is. I hope you're not up to more mischief with Anug and Kanag. A woman with severe injuries and an angry husband. Yes, I know who you mean. I doubt there's much to be done, but I won't stop you from trying. Those two have always been inseparable. I don't think I've ever seen them not holding hands. Can't imagine how he's feeling now that she's in such a state. You're friends with the poor dears, aren't you? Very best of friends, and now I long for those days we drank away without a care in the world. She always loved the mead. We all did. It was good mead. That it was. There. I see we need to get some mead or something. They talked to you and no one got violent? Mead? I suppose we are dwarves, so maybe it's not such a terrible idea. But as far as I know, none of our stores survived the attack. Down the cliff we go, then. We can buy more in Stilltide. Oh, if there's some available for purchase, I'd happily spend the coin. Can you show me the way? It's too dangerous for you out there. No, I insist. I've accompanied you to much more dangerous places before, and I assure you I won't be a burden, and I need to do this. Still have a few things to tidy away before I leave, so I'll meet you at the bridge in a bit. There you are. Now if you'll show me the way. Ah, the ladder. I've never used it before. This will be an adventure. Oiled Owl Bridge? Okay. Never paid attention to that name before. Feel sorry for the owl. The view is different outside of the village. Maybe I can find the perspective I need. It's massive. How in the world did you get this moving? With a great deal of help, or I don't quite understand it myself. Luckily, I have people for that. Well, go on. Tell me all about it. Poor Gav's going to be kneeling there a long time. I had no idea all of that happened in Yulmore and the Talos. Marvelous! I wish I had your ability to bring out the best in people. Maybe even Kamra wouldn't be... Never mind, I thank you for your enlightening tale. And now, we descend. Oh, we already went down. Okay. Far be it for me to complain after having insisted upon accompanying you, but are we there yet? Eastward it is, then. Speak with, you guessed it, Kanog. Nice. All right, where'd he go? Deep breaths, Kanog. Just act natural, confident. You can do this. Yeah. Gav, good to see you. Who's your friend? He seems eager. Lolly-ho! I would like some mead, please, ma'am. Is he old enough? Well, I can't say no to one who asks so nicely, and any friend of Gav's is welcome here. I'll bring out our finest. Did you see? I did it! Oh, it feels so good to be working toward a goal again. Here we are. Thank you, ma'am. I think this should be sufficient payment. Let's hurry back. As exhilarating as this adventure has been, I want to make a gift of the mead right away. Would you like to come with me? When I deliver the mead, I mean. Someone has to look out for you. Of course I will. I appreciate it. I admit that I'm a bit nervous, and this is my chance to help, if only in a small way, so I have to take it. Excuse us. We wanted to offer our best wishes and my sincere apology as well. I know it doesn't come close to making up for what you've been through, but I brought you this. I thought that maybe you could share it later. Hostile husband, go away. We don't want anything from you. Oh. All I want is for you to sod off so that me and my wife never have to see you again. I'm sorry. Kanog sounded to be in considerable distress. You'd best follow him lest he come to harm. Bottle of mead that Kanag had so earnestly wished would cheer the unfortunate couple now lies forlorn. Lolly, we've got another situation in our beards, ho. Kanag just ran right past me toward the crater. I don't know about you, but I'd really rather not have him there by himself, especially not when he's so upset. I could hear the sobs from yalms away. What's that all about? There was this injured woman. The villagers still blame him for all of it. It's a tragic state of affairs all around. Man you met, his wife was with child before her injury. Can't blame him for lashing out, given the circumstances. That doesn't mean Connacht deserves to take the brunt of it all. I'd consider it a personal favor if you'd find him and tell him so. Another personal favor, at any rate. He's not the most athletic dwarf I've ever met, so with any luck, he won't have gotten far while we've been talking. I'll go and have a word with certain folks in the village, see if we can't repair some of the damage that's been done. So, not only is she possibly not going to make it, she's pregnant too. Poor thing. Search for Kanag in the crater? Sure I'm going in the right spot. You find no sign of the dwarf you seek, a state of affairs that you are becoming all too familiar with. Alright. Search for Kanag in the command room. Launch deck. Right. You've still to see so much as a wisp of beard with disappearing around the corner. Kanog must be further down. We're running. It's a lovely cobalt blue. Anhog. Oh, we got an echo here. Anhog, look over here. Don't run off, Kanog. It's dangerous. Let your big sister take the lead. Whoa! Wicked, wait! Kanog, move! Anhog? Anhog, are you down there? I'm coming. Oh, dear. And Enoch, answer me. No. Enoch, are you behind this thing? Enoch, please say something. White orb. What? Dwarf facsimile. Enoch, it's you, isn't it? Nog. Thing from the orb can't be Anog, I'm sorry. How do you know? How did you even know about back when she... Never mind, doesn't matter. Anog is what matters. Anog, she... I know, but you can't stay here. Let's go home and take some time to think, all right? Fine. Sorry, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Not really, but I just need to be by myself for a while. Speak with the dig site, Chief. I'm assuming he's out in Kalusia. Welcome, folks. We are working our way through the Alliance Raid series. Got through Puppet's Bunker. Tell me you found him. What's the matter? Afraid something has happened to Anog. She fell from a cliff, you say? And then when she reappeared from this orb, there wasn't a scratch on her? I admit that sounds bad, but I found those two in these very tunnels myself years ago. They were a pair of troublemakers since the start, and they've always been a little strange, to be sure. They have good hearts, though, both of them. Anog's too headstrong to let a little tumble keep her down. I'm certain she'll be back with us before you know it. As for the orb, I haven't the slightest idea, so don't you go prodding it. Keep it quiet for now. We may not be able to keep Anog from dashing off again later, but we can preserve the peace for now. Dig-Site Chief is still concerned about the twins. Lally, I may have been too optimistic. Ho, Gav. The fact that the villagers are still nursing a grudge doesn't surprise me. Not that I haven't tried to make them think better of it, but why hasn't Anog come back and given them what for yet? It ain't like her to fret over what people think. Then there's Anog. I was worried he'd go chasing after her again, which is why I'm even more worried that he's been shut up in the tunnels this whole time. Chief? We need to clear the rubble so we can start digging again, but the others won't stop bickering about whose job it is. Not even when I threaten to boot them clear into the sea. I'll be right there. 2 boots are better than 1, as they say. Looks like I have other business to take care of. Not that I was having much luck here. Can you check on Anog in my stead? What with Anog gone and the villagers treating him like he's got the blight, he could do with a reminder that not everyone has abandoned him. And who's to say, maybe one of your tales of adventure will cheer him up. Or a scar him for life, or I've got just the thing, though I've forgotten the names of everyone involved. I'm sure whatever you come up with will be fine. Probably. And let me know how he's doing, alright? Even if he doesn't want to talk to me, I want him to have the help he needs is all. I've forgotten every names of everyone involved. Alright, let's go back down there. Yet again. First time I did this, I just rushed through the whole thing, I think. I had somebody who was willing to go do the alliance raids with me and to unlock them, and so I just kind of said, I'll watch it on YouTube later. Never got to it. Anog is radiating an uncommon amount of heat. The many layers insulating his head probably aren't helping. Well, that's not good. What? You collapse is what? You need rest. That feeling like your head is full of fiery bees? That's a fever. No, I'm fine. Gotta find Anog. Nope, you're not going anywhere, or Anog wouldn't want you running after her in the state. Anog. Anog, I'm... Anog. Okay. Speak of the dig site chief in the YorHa Mountains. Anog collapsed? We need to do something about that fever. I think some of my wife's supply of remedies survived. I'll go and see. You keep an eye on Kaunak. I thought you said he was bedridden. Apparently not. Wicked White, where'd he go? I know he wanted to search for Anog, but how did he even make it out of here? Willpower and hubris, or we'll worry about that later. Damn it all, let's go, quickly. Who's there? You. Who was it? The mystery. I should ask around, find out if anyone saw him go past. Not that I expect they'll be too inclined to help. Still, any lead is better than none at all. I'll speak with my miners. You talk to whoever else. Excuse me. Alright, I need to take a quick bio break. I will be right back. Hello, friends. We are back. Right, we are continuing to gather information in Camera. Oh. No, I haven't seen Kanog leave the village. Why? Finally realized he's no good to us and left, did he? But without him or Anog, who's going to be held responsible for what happened? Dour Dwarf, their collaborator here for one. Listen, outsider, I'm sure you thought you were helping, but now we're doomed. Doomed. Doomed for all time. Flag says. Now Kanog's missing too. We're dropping dwarves like ale from a leaky cask. Well, I hope you find him. The matter of culpability is still unsettled, and I'll never get the villagers to agree on what's what if the most guilty-looking parties up and vanish. Gesug. Search for Kanog, you say? That can't be easy. Those twins aren't really the sort to stand still. Wish I could help, but I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary, not more than usual at any rate. Certainly no fever-addled dwarves. Lolly, I thought I'd never escape. Ho! Who knew that questioning every miner in Kamra could be so time-consuming? I hope you weren't waiting too long. Did you learn anything useful? Wish I could say I was surprised. My lot also had some difficulty focusing on the immediate issue, but one of them did see Kanog. Sounds like he was wandering in the direction of the crater again. We should search the area. Well, that's not good. What's that big wheel? Some kind of machine? Enemy stronghold, technology from another world. Well, that doesn't sound good, though I'm still more concerned about where Kanog might have gone. You say I have a bad and familiar feeling about this, or perhaps I should have mentioned where exactly I found him last time. You think he's inside? And he's probably not alone. Here we go again. Oh, nice. The dig site chief is determined to find Kanog, come what may. If you're ready to face whatever's in there, then let's get this over with. The longer we wait, the more I worry. What do you mean, let's? Or if anything in there needs killing, I can handle it myself. I'm coming with you. I'll leave the dangerous bits to you, but I can't stand by and do nothing. Not anymore. I need to make sure he's safe, please. Here we go again. You walk off? No. Enter the alien ship? Sure. Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard. We're going through the quests to unlock the next, or the final raid in the Alliance Raid series. And then we'll return to the MSQ, because I want to keep that moving, too. Anog and Kanog. This is probably my favorite the quests that link the Alliance raids together, because Anog and Kanog are so freaking funny. They had me just dying laughing. If y'all haven't done the other Alliance raids, besides the Crystal Tower series, definitely worth it for sure. Sorry for lagging behind. Have to keep reminding myself not to get distracted. Tell the truth, I'm starting to understand the intrigue. You said that the place you found Kanog here before is through here? Kanog! Uh-oh. Beings of this world, watch closely. What? There's no time. Destroy the sphere quickly. Oh my. Nina says, this is bad. We have to get out. would you like to climb that? Oh, no thanks. And I don't even really fear heights at all. Damn it, we're too late. You say, what in the seven hells was that? Or I feel I'm owed several explanations. Gav's a little more direct. I know you're confused, but there's no time. We must destroy that sphere. 2 peace plans are already in motion, and this whole world will be consumed. 2B says, we won't let that happen. Came to save this world, and now we have a debt to repay. You saved 9S after all. And there's still so much here we haven't seen, right, 2B? Focus on the mission. Right. Leave it to us. Enoch says, it'll take everything we've got to stop them. I believe we can succeed, but we'll need your help. Be ready. Let's see. We could say, I'd feel weirder if you weren't ordering me around. Or fine, but I'll get my explanations from you yet. Scav. I'd feel weirder if you weren't ordering me about. Duly noted. I'm sorry, Chief. Can you look after Kana? You're sorry? Yes, of course. I'll carry him back and make sure he rests. You look after yourself now. And tell me that what all of this is about later. We make for the tower. Tower at Paradigm's Breach is now accessible. Anog says, the sooner we can destroy that sphere, the better. 2S says, wish we had time for a few quick scans at least. 2B says, we need to end this. Okay. We are going to return to the Crystarium. We'll pick up that Alliance raid. The next series of quests, I think, because they're patch quests, they tend to be very cutscene heavy. So, I'm not going to queue for it. Right, the inn at Journey's End. Nothing unsaid. We're going to speak with Alize there. Basically, everybody's saying their goodbyes to the people of Norvrant, since they're going to be transported shortly back to the source. Halric? Halric? Oh, gods, don't tell me he's wandered off again. Quickly, Gav, we have to find him. Wilford says, oh, Alize, I didn't see you there. If you're looking for Halric, he's gone for a walk with one of the others. They were planning to visit the graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's a relief. Should we adjourn to the graveyard, then? I guess we're taking the Sky Slipper. Or not. No, that's for something else. Okay. That's for the empty. I went through the wrong spot. I got a contented carer. Gav. Looking for Halric by any chance? Yeah. Yeah, we are. There he is. I was afraid he'd wandered off again. Tented Kara says, oh, there's no need to worry. Halric's safe and well. He's been showing good progress and likes to go for walks of late. Though his steps usually bring him to this particular spot. Oh? I wasn't aware he had family here. He doesn't. It's Tesleen. Her sword, that is. We buried it here in her honor. So, he remembers. What brings you back so soon, out of interest? I didn't think the next round of treatments was due yet. No, it isn't. Look, I realize this is sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. But rest assured, the treatments will continue. Bekalug will come to oversee them in my stead. I see. You did mention that you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, we'll be sorry to see you go, but I know everyone will be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful. You've done so much for us, achieved what none of us dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues and that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy and take care. We wish you every happiness. Thank you. I'll miss you all. But it isn't time to say our farewells quite yet, so if there are any other tasks that need doing, hunting beasts, fetching water, and what have you, just say the word. I mean to make use of every last moment here, after all. Time left to you. Halric says, the time left to you is precious. That's right, Halric. That's exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. Take care. Kara says, thank you for coming to see Halric, Gav, and Tesleen as well. She did always enjoy having visitors, and none were more welcome than you and Alize. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eye, that's all. As I mentioned, I mean to stay here as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you could go and look in on the others. Alfino, for example. If anyone is crying, it'll be him. All right. Travel to Yulmore.
Oh, Alpha, no.
No.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can bear.
Julia is so over the top. I love her.
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news. I don't know how to console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
You can say, you're certainly well loved. Make sure you leave nothing unsaid, or a picture paints 1,000 words.
You'll never let me forget it, will you? I'll have you know I completed the promised painting in the end. Be that as it may, there are times only words will suffice. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make. On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me. To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair. But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day. But what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Really? That felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually. You can still come and go as you please, I believe. When we have good tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer. There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
I should be honored to provide it, Master Chai.
Oh, Alphino, I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness. Our brave and gentle artist. You have our love, now and always.
And you mine. Please take care.
Ah, you and me both. The red girl. Oh. Chinu says, I hear the airship crashed in Amarang. Never mind. The important thing is you're all safe and well. That said, we should probably retrieve the wreck before the locals strip it for trolley parts, or perhaps we can make a trade of it. Julia says, oh, thank goodness you can still return. If I had to bid farewell to you both, my heart would burst here and now. Like Alphino, I know that yours is a life of constant employment, but do visit us from time to time. It would mean the world to us. Rendon says, I understand the Exarch will be leaving with you. Capable though its custodians are, the Crystarium will be poorer for his absence. Seems the coming years will be a period of transition for both of our cities. But through mutual cooperation, I'm confident we will find a way forward. 'Tis a strange feeling, Gav, to stand in the company of our friends, knowing that I will never see them again. I struggle to reconcile it in my mind. But this I know, I shall cherish my memories of Norvrant, of every soul I met here, for the rest of my days. And I shall look forward to your tales of their endeavors. His business concluded, Alfino turns his attention to yours. Forgive me, I realize now that I have never asked you what business brought you here. Can I be of assistance? Alice said that, did she? Well, as you can see, I am quite all right now. Unlike her, by the sound of it. Perhaps you might consider visiting Urianger next? Given his conversance with the idiosyncrasies of the Fey folk, I doubt it will be an issue, but a small part of me worries that they may not relinquish him willingly. As such, I would feel better if you were to look in on our friend, assuming you have the time, of course. You have anything else? I still need to say my farewells to a few others here. Pray, look in on Urianger, and I shall see you at the Crystarium. Alright. Let's see, what shenanigans are happening with Urianger. It's taken me forever to figure out the chains on the red girl. I'm sort of kind of starting to get the hang of it. I think my favorite one is the mannequin chick. It's like, you know, you gotta wonder what Ozma was thinking. You know, he takes his wife clothes shopping, sees some mannequins, and goes, huh. If I melted a bunch of them together, this would make a great monster. You know, you know what I mean? While his wife is obliviously, you know, like, shopping for clothes. While Ozma thinks these, like, evil things about everyday things. Urianger says, huh, that I should have the pleasure of welcoming a guest, even as mine own occupation draweth to a close. What bringeth thee hither, my friend? Oh, goodness, that I have the pleasure of welcoming a guest, even as my work draws to a close. What brings you by, my friend? So thou wouldst grant the Exarch a final tour of the realm, which hath been his home these 100 years? A noble gesture. Oh, so you'd give the Exarch a final tour of Norvrant that has been his home for 100 years? That's a noble gesture. As for Master Alfino's concerns, thou mayest rest assured that all is well here. Far from detaining me, our Fey friends have agreed to assist in the transportation of these tomes unto the Cabinet of Curiosity. Naught more remaineth to be done. As for Master Alfino's concerns, you can rest assured that everything is okay. Far from keeping me, our Fey friends have agreed to assist, you know, taking all these books to the Cabinet of Curiosity. Nothing more remains to be done here. It's like, really? Leaving the Fae to mess with books. Regardless, 'tis well that thou didst come, for I had been meaning to show something to thee. But it's still a good thing that you came, because I meant to show you something here. An object I chanced to find after thy victory over Elidibus. Though it hath lost its radiance, it's unmistakably a crystal of light, one that did, in all likelihood, once belong to Ardbert. Having been interred with his body, it would have remained upon his person after his possession by Elidibus. Oh, okay, so, you know, he says, there's an object I happened to find after your victory over Elidibus, and though it's lost its light, it's unmistakably a crystal of light. One that, in all likelihood, belonged to Ardbert. Having been interred with his body, it, you know, since it was buried with him, it would have remained with him on his person after being possessed by Elidibus. And when his mortal form was, for give mine indelicacy, consumed by thy foe to fuel his transformation, I posit that the crystal did tumble free, so. And when his physical form was, forgive my bluntness, consumed by Elidibus to fuel this transformation, I hypothesized that the crystal tumbled free. Save that which doth abide in thee. It is all that remaineth of our friend, and if thou art willing, I would have thee deliver it unto Seto. I can think of no worthier recipient than he, and no more fitting a bearer than thee. As ever, thou wilt find the Amaro in Wollickdorf. My thanks, Gav. He says, except for what, is in you, it's all that remains of our friend. And if you're willing, I would have you deliver it to Seto, and I can think of no one worthier to receive it, and no more fitting a person than you, Gav, to take it to him. The crystal shell grants Seto a measure of comfort, I believe, and to receive of it from thee shall only add to its meaning. Okay. It'll give Seto some comfort, I believe, and to receive it from you will only add to its meaning. Traveler? Did I talk to the traveler? How rare it is to have men here. As long as you do nothing to disturb our peace, we welcome you with open wings. Oh, yeah, we talked to it before. When we first arrived here. Seto. Ah, full glad am I to see you safe and well. Rumors spoke of strange, spectral foes bent on your destruction. But with the sky returned to normal, I assume all is well again. So, to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? Faded Crystal of Light. A crystal of light believed to have belonged to Ardbert. Though it has lost its radiance, you would swear that a faint light still shines at its core, as if to remind you that hope never dies.
Is that Ardbert's crystal? So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it?
Now, it's a long story.
Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends. But, thanks to you, his honor is restored, and he may finally find peace. No words can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it.
Tell me, does anything strike you as different about my soul, or close your eyes? Just close your eyes.
Pardon? Very well. Oh, how can this be?
Seto, my old friend. You've grown.
Oh, Artbert, how I've missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew. But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
I see. His journey continues. Then I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures. It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure? Ride the winds, seek the horizon? Yes, I think perhaps I will.
Had to tell the family what was for dinner. Oh yeah, I'm totally crying. Thank you, Gav, for taking care of Ardbert. May your adventures together take you beyond the farthest horizons, and may they always lead you safely home. Aww. Alright. There you go, fly back on down over to, Riange, I think Plaini probably be fastest. Oh man. That one. I'd actually forgotten about that scene. I mean, you and I had talked about it at some point in the past, and you'd mentioned it, but I totally forgot that that was in there. They certainly know how to... Yeah, it is wonderful. It's wonderful. They certainly know how to pull your heartstrings, too. I wonder if one of them sits there and goes, oh, this will make him cry. We got him here. Not a dry eye in the house. Ah, thou art returned. Tell me, how did Seto receive thine offering? Okay, hey, you're back. How did Seto like his gift? Remarkable. 'Twas fated that thou shouldst be the one to undertake this task, I think. No, it was fate. It said you should be the one to do this task, I think. As Ardbert liveth on in thee, so too shall he and his comrades live on in the hearts of the people of Norvrant. So as Ardbert lives in you, so shall he and his friends live on in the hearts of the people of Norvrant. And their tale, now rightly told, shall inspire new warriors of light for generations to come. Oh, I gotta choose something. Oriange regards you with a gentle smile. Now, assuming thou intendest to continue with thy tour, might I suggest Slitherbow as thy next generation? Okay, so assuming you are going to continue your tour, may I suggest Slitherbow as your next destination? The task of tidying up one's abode is seldom light work, yet I suspect Y'shtola's is heavier than most. Suffice it to say, a pair of helping hands might not go amiss. No, she's got those brooms that do their own thing, man. Okay, the task of tidying up is, let me tell you, moving out of any place is hard work. I've done it a few too many times. And he says, and I suspect Y'shtola's job is even heavier. So, a pair of helping hands would be welcome, basically. Given its specificity to the source, yon elemental chart is perhaps best removed. Yet I cannot help but imagine what might unfold were a native of the first to chance upon it. What questions it would conjure in the mind of its discoverer, and whither their curiosity might lead them. Would make for the beginnings of a grand adventure, would it not? Oh, that's a hint if I've ever heard one. Given its specificity to the source, the elemental chart is perhaps best removed, but I can't help but imagine what might happen if a native of the first came upon it. What questions would it create in the mind of its discoverer, and whether their curiosity might lead them... that would make for the beginnings of a grand adventure, would it not? He's talking about this elemental chart over here, which we talked about like in the very first part of the game when we first got to Ilmeg and found Urianger. Alright, let's go to Slitherbow. And what is this? Have you come to spy on me? Of course we are, Y'shtoli. Does Urianger truly think me so slovenly? The nerve! Loath as I am to disappoint, I put my affairs in order some time ago. I've even bade my farewells. To everyone save Runar, that is. He's nowhere to be seen.
Master Matoya. For too long, I have remained silent, but no longer. I could not bear it if you were to leave. Please, stay. I beg of you.
Runar, please.
I jest. At least in part. What I came to say is this. Thank you. Without your wisdom, your strength, and your kindness to guide us, our people would still be lost.
He has the worst crush on her. He's so adorable.
We will never forget you, Master Matoya. Wherever your journeys may take you, you will always be in our hearts.
And you in mine. Remember that your people's journey, that our people's journey is yet ongoing. Your lives will change, and so too will your dreams. Yet come what may, you need not forsake your time-honored traditions, nor less your beliefs. But neither should you be beholden to them. For it was with curiosity and courage that the Knights Blessed first triumphed over adversity. New knowledge and new wisdom are ever worthy of pursuit.
Indeed they are. And so, until we return to the Sunless Sea, we shall endeavor to live our lives to the fullest.
And he's such a sweet soul, too.
That is well. But however great your strides, there may yet come a day when the challenges you face cannot be surmounted alone. On such a day...
On such a day.
You may call on me.
Ooh.
Since a means to travel between worlds exists, you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
Master Matoya!
Runar, really?
Runar says, please take good care of Master Matoya. See that she eats well and wraps up warm on cold days. Have you ever tried telling your Stola what to do? You're about the only one who can tell her what to do. And there's a herbal tea that she enjoys. If I give you the recipe, you can make it for her, perhaps. And above all, please keep her close. I do not deny that she is strong, but even the strongest among us should not be alone. Aww. Honestly, he's a boy in the body of a man. Anyway, it is time we headed back to the Crystarium, shall we? No? You still have to take the Exarch to Nabeth Arang? I see. Very well, you can look in on Thancred while you're about it. His will be a difficult farewell, and I am sure he would appreciate your support. The path goes through Twine. If you wait there, you're like to meet him on the way back, if not before. Right. Speak with Magnus at Twine. Is the kitten getting in trouble again? What's she doing now? Well, you know, distract her with another toy. Staff. Ah, it's good. It's you. Good to see you looking none the worse for wear, Jarek says. Let me guess. You're here to ride the trolley too. Don't ask me how I know. I can just tell. Maybe not. You too? What is this, my bloody name day? I see, yes. Thancred was here, and Reen too. They said they wanted to go to Nabath the Rang, so we gave them the use of the trolley. Jarek says, that's right, the old girl's up and running again, but we didn't just put her back together, mind you. Excuse me. No, with a little bit of help from Master Chai, we made her faster and stronger. Oh yes, the future of trolleys is looking brighter than ever. Whisper it, but I reckon it might be time to reach for the stars with a trolley to dwarf all trolleys. What are you looking at, kitty? If you ask me, we'd be better off making them smaller. That way they can fit narrow shafts. But that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? No, kitty. Enough, you can daydream in your own time. In case you've forgotten, our priority is to have more working trolleys. That's why we turned to Chinese, by the way. Not to make the one trolley we got go faster. We needed help getting a few Talos back in working order, see? We were out testing them when your airship came down, as a matter of fact. You seem to have a habit of crashing things. Thancred says, we're back. Our thanks for the loan of the trolley. Thancred says, Gav, what are you doing here? Don't tell me the others are waiting for us. That's a relief. At any rate, we're done. We've done what we came to do, which means I'm ready to leave, or as ready as I'll ever be. Magnus, not to pry, but what's going on? You off somewhere? You could say that. So you're heading home. I'm just a simple miner and don't know much about this world traversing business. But the young lady here, she'll be looked after, will she? I'll be fine, thank you. I have a place to stay at the Crystarium and don't want for anything. Besides which, I've no shortage of friends I can turn to. Friends like you lot. So please don't worry. I'll be fine, really. If you say so. It being a matter of life and death, I suppose you have to leave. But I, for one, would still be torn. If the choice were mine, I'm not sure I could bear to be parted from my family. Thancred says, no, but it's for the best. Reen has chosen to walk her own path. She doesn't need me under her foot. Besides, I have my own responsibilities, and I wouldn't be setting a very good example if I neglected them. Magnus says, perhaps not. Either way, I envy you your dilemma. Well then, young lady, if there's anything you need, anything at all, you're to call on us. It may surprise you, but we can do more than simply offer you trolley rides. Reen says, thank you, Magnus. Everyone. Thancred says, shall we then? Reen says, if you've nowhere left to visit, we can go back to the Crystarium together. Magnus says, bugger me, I forgot to thank Thancred. When you get the chance, tell him I'm glad we had that little talk, and tell him we'll look out for the girl. Jarek says, mark my words, Gav, one day Twine will thrive again, and I hope that Thancred can come back to see it. Him and that funny talking fortune teller bloke. That's not a bad description for Urianger. When it comes to families, you'd think together was best, but it's not always that simple, is it? Never really thought about it, what with my parents being long gone. The people in this town are the closest thing to family I've got, and to be fair, I'd hate to leave them. Which is why I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Speak with Reen in the Crystarium. Oh, it's you! You're probably wondering why I'm not with the others. Oh, it's just... I always knew that everyone would leave one day, and I always hoped and prayed that we would find a way to send them home. Now that the time has come, I just feel... lost. Lost and lonely. I don't want our last moments together to be sad. I want to hold myself together just long enough to say the things that I need to say. I'm not sure I can even do that. You say, I'll be there with you, or you can do it, Reen. I'll be there with you. Right. Thank you, Gav. I think we all feel braver with you around. Go on ahead and join the others. I'll be along after I've taken a few deep breaths. Saying goodbye is always, always, always hard. In and out. That's like the hardest thing of moving is saying goodbye to the friends you've made. Even though, you know, I can't tell you how much a difference technology has made in making that like way easier. When I was growing up, we had letters, right? And we'd write letters back and forth to people. My grandmother had a, you know, thriving series of friends from being... You know, my grandpa was in the military in World War II, and she had been a nurse, and she got married to him in the early 40s. And ended up, when he got stationed in different places, she, of course, went too. And so she got to know people around the country. And she had... Gosh... By the time she passed, she probably had close to 100 people that she still was writing to, like 50 years later. It was quite amazing. But you know, and then the telephone. You know, she grew up with letter writing, of course. Then telephone, we could call people up, talk to them on the phone, and now we can FaceTime people, you know, by video. So. We're always closer and closer as technology improves. Alize says, I did everything I could in the time I had. No regrets. Alfino says, I thought that it would be easier after saying farewell, but each step I took out of Yulmore felt heavier than the last. Ishol says, I trust the Exarch had a pleasant tour of the realm. Yeah, I think so. Riange says, I took the liberty of informing the Crystarium's leaders of our imminent departure. It seemed only right. I said, okay. I went ahead and told the Crystarium's leaders were leaving soon. It seemed only right.
That's everyone then. We've all said what we needed to.
Even as we speak, Backlog undertaketh their final inspection of our spirit vessels. When thine own preparations for the journey are complete, thou art to present thyself in the ocular.
Everyone? I want to thank you all, on behalf of the First. You, and Minfilia, and the Exarch. Without each and every one of you guiding us, fighting for us, we wouldn't be standing here now. There wouldn't even be a here. and no words can express our gratitude. We still have a lot to do. Countless trials to overcome. But if it ever seems too much, I'll think of our time together. The happy moments, and the sad. I will remember it all. And it will give me the strength to carry on without you. Because you made me who I am. Minfilia. Reen. To honor these names and these memories, I will stand with all the people of this land and strive for a better tomorrow.
Thancred, I believe the honor of responding should rightfully be thine.
I know better than most how much you've grown, and I have every confidence you'll make your people proud. Gods know I'm proud of you. I always will be. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and more.
Might we also say a few words?
Why, this is just about all of you.
To see you off seemed the least we could do. You risked your all for us, fought for a realm not your own. Before you came, we had never known the beauty of the night sky. Or the joy of your company. Though it saddens us deeply to bid you farewell, it has ever been our way to send off friends with a smile. Wherever your road should lead, we shall pray for your safety. And following your brave example, we shall continue to fight for the Crystarium.
With or without us, you've always taken good care of this city. I don't doubt for a moment you'll continue to do so.
I, a more resilient people we have never known. As resilient and enduring as the tower that watches over you.
To the last, we did not question the Exarch about his past. It is only now, when he can no longer tell us, that we believe we know the answer. We have heard what became of him, and what is about to be attempted. All will be well. Of this we are certain. How could it be otherwise, when every soul in the Crystarium is praying for it with all their heart? And so, when our Lord awakens, I bid you give him a message. Tell him he needn't worry about us.
That he need no longer hide who he truly is. That he should live his own life to the fullest. And that if he should ever find himself reminiscing on the past with a smile, we shall be smiling with him. Will you tell him this?
Word for word.
Thank you. Please look after him for us.
I dare say we have all the good wishes we can carry. Let us be on our way.
Wind up Mistel. Addled upon no one in particular. No, really. Her heart laid bare, Reen appears to be at peace again. Well, I suppose it's time. Are you ready, Gav? All right, let's not keep the others waiting. Ah, Master Gav, I have but this moment shown your associates in. Strange to think that I will not have the honor of showing them out again. But I am informed that you yourself may yet return, and I look forward to welcoming you on that happy day. Now, if you would care to follow me. There's a Porksy there. Elise says, Angelo stands ready to work his magic on our souls. Elfino said, I did not expect such a rousing farewell from the people. It was the very thing my spirits needed. Now all that remains is to return to the source. The 12 know we have made Kryl and Tataru worried long enough. And says, thank you, Thancred. I'll treasure it. What do you give her? Oh, his weapon. That's just the kind of weapon that Thancred would give to a friend. His weapon. I'll be right there for a moment. All that emotion, man, makes my nose run. Thancred says, since we cannot take our worldly goods with us, I want you to have my gunblade. Use it or sell it, it's all the same to me. So long as it serves you in some way, I will be satisfied. In the spirit of solidarity, I bid you carry the vessels as if your life depended on it. Like we wouldn't. Riange says, how many times have we few assembled thus in this storied chamber? Many and more, I think. Okay, how many times have we gotten together in this room? A lot. Were the Exarch standing before us, the scene would be complete. Nay, 'twould be complete were he standing before us with Emmett Selk smirking in the wings. Okay. Okay, the scene would be complete with the Exarch standing there. Wait, no, Emmett Selk would be smirking in the wings. That would make it complete. Becklug. Ah, there you are. I take it you are ready for the journey. The spirit vessels are primed and our company complete. At a word from you, we shall begin. Upon beginning the soul-imbuing ritual, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. When they warn you this, they're not kidding. I'm going to go make a quick stop. And hello, we are back. All right. My family is watching Naked Gun today. They're out there laughing so hard. It's great. I love to hear my kids laugh. All right. Begin the soul imbuing ritual and return to the source with your comrades. Yes. Very good. I shall distribute the vessels at once.
All right then. Pray proceed as instructed, beginning with your memories.
The first step is complete, and all appeareth to be in order.
Okay, the first step is done and everything seems to be okay.
Well, that just leaves our souls then. We're in your hands, Angelo.
It is done! The vessels have received both their memories and their souls. I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure to guard them well, yes?
Like Gav would do anything else.
This will work, won't it?
Our theories have held thus far, but I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages in history knew better than to transport a soul across the rift. We, my dear, are in unknown territory. Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possibilities, and it is in such circumstances that accidents are wont to occur.
Thanks for making me feel better there, Backlug.
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
All safely stowed away? I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
did it? Are we?
We're home.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're all back.
Thank you. My body feels like a sack of potatoes, but otherwise, I've never felt better. That said, I doubt any of us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
What? But you've only just got here.
Tataru, might I trouble you to brew us all a pot of your special tea? Ah, and we may require an extra cup.
Yours is a long road, my friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining. With your every step, these grand adventures shall grow more distant and faint. And there may come a day when you forget the faces and voices of those you have met along the way. On that day, I bid you remember this. That no matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there. For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort. This I hope, I believe, here at memory's end.
It'd be like Freaky Friday.
What is it, Alize? Are you all right? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
No less impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams. They gave me all the information I needed to get the details just right. For your weapons, though, I needed a lot more help. Thankfully, our favorite heads of state were happy to place their finest craftsmen at my exclusive disposal. Oh, and speaking of the Alliance leaders, they all expressed their unreserved elation at your safe return, and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts all the same. Do pass on our gratitude.
I realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
I quite understand. But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will come.
Poor Alize. She's so bored, too. She, out of all of them, probably the one who least likes convalescing.
If I expend any more ether, I swear I will blink out of existence. I need a bite to eat. Tataru, a cup of tea, if you would be so kind. And something sweet.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Indeed. We succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance. It is no cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape my notice.
Excellent. Said duty thus discharged, thou art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee. Upon which note, hast thou perchance come to a decision? The offer remaineth open.
Well, if you're certain that's what you... I mean, if you think
YorHa, really? Gab's look.
Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself a scion of the Seventh Dawn. Grahatia, at your service. When I was a boy, many long years ago, I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld. But, like a fool seeking to pluck the stars from the heavens, my every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Help! Somebody help! Hippogriffs! Hippogriffs on the rampage! A giant flock of them! Please, we need help!
I could do with a little rampage myself.
What? Now wait, just a...
It's going, yes.
Here we go again.
I finally have something to do. Thinker's going, yeah.
I will join the fray when I finished my tea.
Thus did the Avatar of Destruction descend, and in her wake leave naught but tears and ash.
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me, in the flesh.
Nice.
So it was that a new adventure began. The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
I say, I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom. Splendid. Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace. Oh, yes. They proceed very well indeed. Frighteningly so. And we owe it not least of all to this singularly useful body I chanced to find. With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end. And as the very much alive Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money, 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 the great motivator. There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree? But wait, were we not acquainted, you and I? Should our familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
What did you say your name was?
Oh, a dagger through my heart! That my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh. So it goes. Whatever this flesh may have been before, it serves only as a vessel now. And I, faithful Fandaniel, labor only to advance my lord's ambitions.
The Xenos can be such an SOB sometimes.
Speaking of which, with the palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan. But how very odd. Despite all our havoc wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope that the last of the Unsundered is gone? Imagine it! Bound no more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment! Your radiance, but give the word, and I shall go forth and prepare for you your hunting ground.
That which awaited was a fell beast. Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless. Do as you will.
Ben Daniels' crazy grin.
It has been too long, my friend, and insufferably dull in your absence. When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a story unto itself. Every triumph, every kill. Rest assured, we shall have a fitting stage for our reunion. Oh yes, to reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze. And we shall dance before the pyre. The beast shall kindle the flames of the apocalypse. Into its domain shall the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star.
Alright, speak with Graha Tia. We're gonna speak with everybody else. Real? We've been receiving some worrying intelligence on the Empire, but with the place in a shambles as it is, it's taken longer than usual to verify the facts. I suggest you rest up in the meantime. Rufino says, thanks to your reports, I had known that all was well in the source, but there is no relief like seeing our comrades again with my own eyes. If possible, I should like to thank Estinian in person for the help he lent us while we were away, but it seems he has not been heard from of late. Such is his way. Well, until such time as we meet again, I shall ever pray for his well-being and take the absence of tidings as a good sign. Yeah, no news is good news, right? As I do with our friends in the first. Elise says, "Well, things are quiet. I think I'll move my body around some more. Need to get it used to the new tricks I learned in the first. To that end, I'll round up Hori and his crew for a spot of sparring. Oh, and YorHa too, in my capacity as his senior. I'm obligated to train him as well." Femi, if you're looking for Isildur and Alian, they're off to Doma to visit Homai. In his entire time with us, I don't think I've ever seen Isildur so alive as when he set out. They became good friends. Einor, they're smitten with the newcomer, the both of them, but I won't let him come between us. If he were to join us, on the other hand. Hori Boulder says, "Not only have the Archons returned to us, but a capable new comrade has joined the fold besides. Their presence shall inspire us to even greater heights." Ochre Boulder, "Hear, hear, brother. If Grahatia is skilled in all forms of combat, as they say, we must train hard if we are to keep up." Iltene says, "When I was tasked with holding the fort, the silence of the place was unnerving at times. Strange to say that it is amidst the ceaseless clamor that I feel most at peace." Oh, the Archons have scarcely returned, and already Sister is at it again. However this plays out, I pity the newcomer. What did Efemi say? Oh, that's right. Ataru says, "Everyone likes the garments I prepared for them. The time I spent polishing my skills wasn't in vain. In case you're wondering, Grahatia's is an outfit suited for traveling, while his weapon uses a piece of the crystal tower as focus. Brilliant, right? Now I know we probably shouldn't go around chipping bits off Allagan relics, but it was just one little piece." Process. "I'm told YorHa shed with some of the tenseness he had as the Crystal Exarch. If you ask me, he's more relaxed than he's ever been. Why, the YorHa of old would leap down from a high place just to make a dramatic appearance. Something someone did in some epic or other, and Elfino wasn't so different. Still, I'm glad to have them back, safe and sound, boyish insecurities and all." Ah, you're back. Tell me, Gav, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier in my tone and mannerism? I thought it better to be familiar than formal if we are to be comrades, but now I worry that it may have detracted from the gratitude and respect I harbor for everyone. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings? Yes, that will do. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenges. In a way, it was easier when I had a mission that consumed my every waking moment. It provided me with a focus, a constant push in a singular direction. By the way, was casting spells always so draining? I'd quite forgotten what it was like to do it without the tower. I've rarely felt so exhausted or hungry. Yes, if all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use to you on your adventures, so I shall persevere. Whoever I might have been before, I am now a scion, and an inexperienced scion at that, a green initiate, eager to learn how best to contribute to the cause. That he might follow in the footsteps of his inspiration. Oh, that's nice. Grahatia is now available as a trust companion. Yay! I suppose we ought to take stock of the situation by forestalling the Eighth Umbral calamity. We have unwritten history. The future now lies beyond my ken. None can say what awaits, but as long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we can overcome all trials. We have always done so, have we not? Ask how he fares of late. Show him your wind-up mistel. Just show him my wind-up mistel. Oh, with ear wiggles even. Well, now, I have my suspicions as to what this is about, but would you be so good as to confirm them for me? Aye, just as I thought, they went ahead with it after all. The artisans of the mean had come to me with a proposal, you see, in celebration of the knight's return. They asked how I wished to be commemorated, on a coin or as an automaton. Neither, I replied, for all the good it did. They knew I would be embarrassed. It makes no difference what name they give it. Yet still they did it. A right stubborn lot they are, as befits the people of the Crystarium. They shall be just fine without me, and Lena may rest assured I do not worry for them. Nevertheless, I shall never cease to pray for their happiness. No longer am I a leader of a nation. Whatever power and influence I may have wielded, I left behind as surely as I left my body. But everything I have ever felt and experienced, all of these things, and more I have brought with me, you have brought for me. And I shall carry them close to my heart always, unto the end of my days. Aww. Ask how he fares of late. Do you mean since I reawakened in this body? The hunger being par for the course, I have no complaints. All appears to be well. Though my memories straddle the lives I have lived, there are no contradicting fragments which cause me confusion. Yet by the same token, 'tis a strange feeling to be possessed of my young body again. Even accounting for the crystallization, I do not recall ever being so light and spry. As for my soul, Yustola assures me it is similar to yours, Gav. That is to say, it is somewhat denser than others, but otherwise normal. On the face of it, it appears to make sense, but I couldn't help but consider the differences between your circumstance and mine. You, of course, merged with Ardbert, and as similar as your souls may have been, the fact is you were different people, thus did your soul gain in density. How you were able to merge it is another matter. Given what we know of the soul, that you possess distinct memories should have rendered the process more complicated. Though I but theorize, perhaps your strong and shared desire to do so made it possible. In contrast, I simply merged with myself. Whatever additional experiences the older me may have had, my fundamental existence remained unchanged. Mind you, that's not to say that I haven't improved, far from it. At any rate, when our souls combined, it shouldn't have been a process of augmentation, but rather, shall we say, attunement. It seems somewhat strange that my soul has become denser. Or could this be the result of having undergone another rejoining? If so, it would serve as proof of a future that many fought and died to prevent. Lest we forget, our friend. Lest we forget. Okay. Atari, you have anything else? Nope. Ryle's eyes light up at the sight of you. Alize's quest. Oh, greetings, Gav. You've come to look in on our friends. Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and have satisfied myself that they are all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we?
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
Okay, I'm going to come with you.
Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
So basically he said, there you go, I have a mind to pay it. Thancred said he wants to go to Garlemald. And Urianger says, a prudent endeavor. Yeah, that's wise. It's of the essence that we discover the full extent of the threat, not the least of which, should it prove that Xenos does indeed, run things from the shadows. And in light of that possibility, I'll go with you on your mission. And be assured that you will find me more help than hindrance. And besides, you require someone else to imbue your ammunition, don't you? Oh, yeah, okay.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Welcome back, everyone!
Lise!
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
YorHa at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, he's feeling so shy now.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
Yeah, let's fill you in.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition.
Well, since the Ascians don't have their master's leadership anymore, they'll struggle to see their plans succeed.
And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I always recommend keeping an eye out, but we can rest for the moment.
I'll take that as a yes.
Oh my god, Lise. Urianger says 5 paragraph, and Lise goes, I'll take that as a yes.
Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? All right, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
Kev's going, finding a cure for the tempered? Stuffy meeting. Kind of a hard choice there. What meeting? Lead on.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Let's see what these two have to say. Tataru says, "Don't worry, I can say with complete confidence that YorHa is dressed for anything." YorHa, Tia says. When Y'shtola is about, one cannot afford even the slightest slip. Okay. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind, and having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I'm convinced that the same must be true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant, and though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. YorHa says, "It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alizé, and it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness, not when a child's life is at stake. As I'm sure Beklug would remind us, we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should learn all we possibly can about tempering. There's just one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of the many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge." YorHa says, not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Allagans took a more than passing interest in the subject. And if what we seek is to be found somewhere, it would surely be at the Ethera Chemical Research Facility, where they experimented on primals and their worshippers, yes? Good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Azus Law, which means we'll be needing an airship. An airship, you say? Tataru grins. Meet me at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and come prepared to travel. Off we go. All right, we're gonna leave it there because it's like late. Been streaming a long time, but this was it was too hard to stop in the middle of this, and the goodbyes in Crystarium. That was I couldn't leave that for another week and have that bittersweet moment like hanging on me for another week. All right. Cat joke. What do you get when you cross a chick with an alley cat? A peeping Tom. A peeping Tom. Oh my god, it's hilariously bad. All right, cats and kittens. I've been trying to add another solo duty to the solo duty. Yeah, actually, I did add another solo duty to the solo Secrets of Solo Duty Success. The one with where you fight Lakshmi in the castle in Doma, and so you can check that one out if you need help with that. I put a Rice Krispie treat video up in the Easy Cooking for Gamers channel, and we're going to be doing pita pizzas next time. I got kind of waylaid because we had a bout of sickness go through the family again, so that just put us all behind again. And I'm hoping we are done. It's been like crazy this year. I haven't had so many sicknesses in the run through the house in probably a decade. But you know, you got one person working in a hospital, another three of us working in an office, and when you work with the public, you pick up every bug that happens to go around. So hopefully we'll have that coming up soon, and we'll go from there. I have been working on a video on how to adjust your UI to help you do combat better, because I realized there's a number of things that I have on my screen. There were a few times where we had to actually show people how to enable things like the target cast bar. So I'm working on a video for that, and I'm working on a video on combat markers in motion, because we see pictures of them in a static configuration, right? You just see a circle on the floor, but you don't see how it forms and things like that. So I've got a couple of videos. One is for the earlier dungeons, and it will be geared more for sprouts, and then one will be with some of the later content geared towards endgame stuff, where you might have 2 or 3 mechanics happening all at one time, and you know, how do you deal with that, right? So on that note, my god, my family's like dying laughing at this they're watching Naked Gun 2.5, and you know, any of those Zucker movies are just hysterically funny. Anyway, I gotta go make dinner for the fam. So you all have a great one, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamers signing out.